Welcome to Queen Anne, the newest ship from Cunard, and a big thanks for watching this video. Here we are on the maiden voyage of Queen Anne, and this video is a snapshot of some of the highlights of this wonderful new ship. We felt that as there are plenty of in-depth Queen Anne videos online, we would simply dive straight in and share our highlights with you. Queen Anne has been in planning since 2017, and the ship isn't really much different from other Cunard ships. It's based on the Pinnacle class, as used by Holland America for the Koningsdam and Neustatendam, although Queen Anne is 23 metres longer, plus has an extra deck to squeeze in more passengers, now up to 3,000. It's a very traditional cruise ship in style and layout, and very similar to Queen Elizabeth and Queen Victoria. So looking at our highlights, we start with the Pavillion on Queen Anne. For us, the Pavillion is the star of the show and is arguably the beating heart of the ship during the day. The space is stunning, a deep blue colour scheme which extends to the furniture, the pool and the mosaic tiles, all topped with a huge glass dome roof that opens and closes depending on the weather. The Pavillion is double height with an upper area that includes various eateries, including the Wellness Cafe, which serves vegetarian focused dishes, and the Pavillion Grill, as well as a bar. The only confusing aspect is the inability to get out of the upper level. From what we could see, there seems to be no way out, and you have to exit and enter via the lower level. You'll also find 3 hot tubs clustered together in one corner, and a huge screen and stage for events. Whoever designed this space should take a bow. It combines elegance, style and function, and we loved it. Our second highlight, and one of the main aspects of Queen Anne that Cunard has been keen to emphasise, is the mix of heritage and modernity. The aim, we think, being to keep traditional Cunarders happy, whilst at the same time attracting newer and younger passengers. This aim is captured perfectly in the grand lobby, which is designed to provide a show-stopping entrance with a 3-level backlit metal mural sculpture. It has lighting effects that change from bright in the morning to dimmer and more glamorous at night. Art Deco elements and flooring pay homage to the golden age of travel. Cunard calls this the beating heart of the ship. And while the upper levels are quite buzzy with bars and restaurants, the lowest level is somewhat muted, with a shore excursions desk, future cruise sails and the purser's desk. The drawing room and a games room flank the circular space, along with some bars, shops and the Britannia Grill restaurant. It's quite a contemporary uplift, but we didn't think it quite had the same wow factor as the other queens. The next highlight for us were the upgraded restaurants on Queen Anne. Buffet restaurants on Cunard are always a popular option, with the Lido and King's Court serving a delicious range of food. On Queen Anne, the buffet area has now been upgraded and renamed the Artisans Foodhall. With individual themed stations protected by glass screens and with servers serving the food, this is a vast improvement. We love this new concept, and the food was generally excellent. This is a very busy area and sometimes can be difficult to find a seat. The main dining room on Queen Anne is called the Britannia Restaurant. It's stunning, and as usual, it's on 2 levels. The allocated tables with fixed time dining are on the upper level, with anytime dining on the lower level. The Britannia Club restaurant on deck 2 is just off the main atrium, and it's much bigger on Queen Anne and very stylish. Do you want to stay up to date with all our cruise stories? Yep, then I think you need to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to make sure you receive all our cruise insights. One of the biggest improvements from our perspective was the Grills Lounge and the Grills Restaurants. The Grills Lounge has the most amazing decor, which is uplifting, contemporary, and a world away from the traditional Cunard lounges. A fabulous venue, but we felt it was let down by poor service. Cunard have dramatically increased the number of Princess Grill cabins compared to the other Cunard ships, and so the restaurant is subsequently much larger. The Queen Anne Princess Grill seats 254 passengers, so roughly twice the amount, while the Queen's Grill at 130 is about the same as Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth. Both restaurants are beautifully designed with stunning floor-to-ceiling views of the sea. Cunard have certainly dialed up on speciality dining on Queen Anne. It's big on other cruise lines, but it's never been a huge focus for Cunard, but it does feel like just another way to boost income with additional cost items. There are 4 speciality added cost restaurants, including Sir Samuels Steakhouse, Aji Wa Japanese, Tramonto, which is more Mediterranean, and Aranya, which has an almost Indian-style cuisine. Tramonto is the cheapest of the 4 speciality restaurants, and it's a Mediterranean-inspired dining venue located at the rear of the Artisans Foodhall, which is an intimate evening venue, but it does have a cover charge of $20 per person, which gets you a 3-course menu. Aranya is directly opposite Tramonto, and it's the Indian-inspired speciality restaurant. Aranya has a cover charge of $35 per person, and it offers a similar style menu as Tramonto, but this time based around Indian cuisine. The steakhouse on Queen Anne is called Sir Samuels. It has a different name to the other Cunard ships, but the concept is the same as the steakhouse at the Veranda on the other Queens. Sir Samuels pays homage to Cunard's founder, Sir Samuel Cunard. The restaurant has a $65 cover charge for dinner at the time of publishing, and is the most expensive speciality dining venue on the ship. Aji Wa translates to harmony of flavours and showcases some of the signature tastes of Japan, and is located at the aft of Deck 10, adjacent to Sir Samuel's. A typical 7-course tasting menu will cost you in the region of $62. Next on our tour of the highlights of Queen Anne are the entertainment venues. First, there's the Royal Court Theatre. Although it's a big theatre, it lacks the drama and styling of the other ships. It basically looks like a modern cinema. Gone are the private boxes, which were so popular on the other Cunard ships. However, it's a pretty good theatre with comfortable seats and no pillars to obstruct the sightlines. But the one downside that we saw was that people can arrive from the front of each side of the theatre and obstruct the views of already seated passengers. And we found this really annoying. One of the best things we found on Queen Anne was a new entertainment venue called the Bright Light Society. It's a cabaret venue, show bar sort of thing, which becomes a disco later at night. The shows are tongue-in-cheek, high energy, and great fun. At the time of sailing, the shows were included in the fare, but you do need to book as this is a very popular venue. Another highlight for us on Queen Anne were the cabins, and they're a big improvement in terms of decor than the more dated ones in the rest of the fleet. The bathrooms have done away with plastic shower curtains and now have good-sized showers and glass doors, which are a huge improvement. We were in a Princess Grill suite and found the bathroom very small. Storage space was also very limited. We spoke to many passengers on board who felt the same. The consensus was that everything is smaller but more contemporary. We produced a separate video on our Princess Grill suite, which you might like to watch by clicking the link on the top of the screen. So overall, what did we think? After all the hype, it did feel a little bit like Cunard had borrowed someone else's ship and were trying to run their programme on it. It's a new look and feel, but still a very traditional Cunard experience with very little changed. It was a good experience, but we will probably return to the other Cunard ships for more space and comfort. Thank you so much for watching. If you feel you gained a better insight into Queen Anne by watching this video, why don't you go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming reviews. And with that, I'm going to finish this video with a montage of some of the other areas of Queen Anne that we enjoyed on our cruise. Happy cruising!